Sega just dropped a ton of information regarding the update right after maintenance, and there is a lot of information to cover. So I'm going to be splitting it into two separate videos. Today's video is the super duper important stuff that you guys should really pay attention to, and then tomorrow's video is just going to be a breakdown of all the different campaigns that are going on so that you don't miss out on anything. But the TLDR for tomorrow's video is literally just log in every day. All right, it's that simple. As long as you log in every single day, you'll be fine for 80%, 90% of the events. So just please log in every single day. But anyway, before we jump into the video, I have another PSO2COMI code for you. So again, we're gonna run over to our purple terminal over here. We're gonna go to item codes right here, and we're gonna type in the following code. It's gonna be 1T6Q B9MK JY367CDS. All right, you're gonna type in this code and boom, you get another PSO2COMI memory. At this point, you really should have bought out everything that you've ever wanted in the PSO2COMI store. But you know, for whatever reason, if you haven't already, well, you know, here's just another code. So you have even more currency to just buy more stuff. Okay. Another thing I also wanted to address was thank you everyone for wishing me happy birthday. It was kind of overwhelming. There were so many people in the comment section as well as on my Twitter and all my other socials just saying happy birthday to me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, I upload PSO2 content daily. So if you do play this game, I'd really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first thing we're going to be covering is the breaking news new content. The TLDR is we will be getting a new limited time quest which is called Special Breakthrough Training Episode 6. We're getting new items in the Rising Weapon Badge shop. We're getting a new feature which is Quest Trigger Recommended Blocks. This is basically a new block, very cool. We're getting a new pet for summoners called the Vulcan S. And last but not least, we have new Zig shop items. This one is super duper exciting. I probably gave it away in the thumbnail or in the title or somewhere, but basically we're getting our Klauz units. They're not called Klauz on the global servers, but we'll cover it when we get there. Alright, so first things first, and that is the Special Breakthrough Training Episode 6. This is a limited time quest, which means you can run this as many times as you want, just like how we can currently run the Magatsu one. And yeah, it's super duper important, mainly because you can get Varuna modules over here as well as Mitra modules. So the only way to get these before was Divide Quest, and a lot of people didn't really like Divide Quest, so this is another way in order to farm for these modules. And it's a 12-person mission where you go into 3 different areas and then you just work together and just blast through it. I'll probably make a guide on this when it comes out and after I figure it out. But super duper cool stuff. But there are some very important capsules that drop over here. So you can get S3 Lucent Adversary, you know, this restores PP when you take damage, whatever. But this one, S4 Precise Balance. Critical rate decreased by 50%, but critical potency increased by 6%. This is a very strong augment, okay? Especially if you do play a Braver, like Braver Phantom or Braver Etoile. It doesn't really matter as long as you have Braver. Your crit rate is pretty much at 100%. So being able to increase your crit damage by an extra 6% is huge. So all you have to do is overcap your critical rate, which is actually very easy for Bravers. So you get 150% crit rate, and then it minuses 50% over here, so you still have a 100% crit rate, but you gain the 6% critical damage, which is very huge. By the way, this thing right here cost 50 something million on the market right now. So that's too expensive for my blood. So I'm definitely going to be farming this like a madman. Now, if you do play a hero, Stead Will might be something you want to look at, especially if you play a sword only hero, because normal attack damage increased by 13% is also quite a big deal as well. All right, then of course you've got Add S4 Escalating Pursuit. You can always buy this with Rising Weapon Badges if you wanted to, but you can also farm for it now as a drop. And of course, we've got our beautiful S5 Augment Balloon, which doubles all of your augment stats, which is also extremely strong. And then on top of all these S4 augments, of course, we've got the Mitra Glare, which we're going to need, as well as the Varuna Glare. And then we've got all this other stuff over here, which I don't really care about. Then we're going to scroll down a little bit, and new Rising Weapon Badge 5 Exchange Shop items. And this is where things get spicy. We're getting Reverie Receptors, Factor Receptor, Soul Receptor, Elegant Receptor, as well as Gift Receptor. which is super duper nice. All of these receptors are just going to make our lives a lot easier if you're doing any sort of augmentation or affixing, all right? And you can see here, these are all the costs. They don't really cost that many Rising Weapon Badge 5s. And to be perfectly honest, you guys are probably drowning in your Rising Weapon Badge 5s because you have so many. But super duper nice that you're able to get all of this stuff. Next up is a new feature called the Quest Trigger Recommended Blocks. This is a godsend right here. So right now on Ship 2, if you ever want to run any triggers, the go-to place is block 7. And the thing about block 7 is it's a super popular block and everyone likes to AFK there or just chill in the lobby or, you know, have group activities. And so if you're not a premium member, it's very difficult to get into block 7, especially if you're just looking for more people to run triggers with. Well, now they're adding a specific block for triggers. So basically you go into this block, it's going to be called a Quest Trigger Recommended Block. And then everyone who's in that block are people who actually want to run triggers. And so you can join other people's triggers super easily. You can host your own triggers, and it just consolidates all the people who want to do the same thing together, which is going to make life a lot easier for those who don't really have that many friends or those who don't have any friends. You know, just having this block over here in case you want to run any 12-man triggers, you'll be able to find people very, very quickly. Now there's a new summoner pet, the Vulcan S. I don't know anything about this pet, but it looks pretty badass. So yeah, there's that. And last but not least, but probably the most important one, is the Klauz Units right here. So these Klauz Units are basically the crass units, all right? These are your super end game units, and they're the end all be all for units, all right? So you definitely want to get these. As you can see here, it says that you're going to need a bunch of different modules, which can be found on Divide Quest as well as the Limited Quest. And you're also going to need the Dark Stones, which the Mission Pass will give you. The Mission Pass only gives you 50 Dark Stones. So let me just show you the cost over here. So this is the JP website, but this is the cost on how much it costs to make each piece. So 50 Dark Stones, we're going to get that automatically from the Mission Pass, no problem. But the Shiva modules, you need 20 Shiva modules, you need 25 Mitra modules, 25 Varuna, and 50 Execula, right? So the issue over here is the Shiva modules. So for those who have been doing Divide Quest every single week and hitting the 1 million points and ja-di-da-di-da, you guys shouldn't have that much of an issue on these 3 modules, because these 3 are farmable from the Divide Quest. But the Shiva module is not farmable. Luckily, we are getting a new urgent quest over here called Armada Training Final Lament, which is the Shiva urgent quest. So basically, whenever this comes up, you're going to run it and you're going to get Shiva modules, which you can see right here. You will get Shiva modules, okay? And so we're going to be running this urgent quest like crazy people over and over and over. It just so happens that tomorrow, like the day right after maintenance, the entire day is only this urgent quest. So basically it's like 8 urgent quests and it's all Final Lament. Then we've got some unscheduled ones which might pop in and they're also probably going to be Final Lament. So just run it whenever it comes up and just go ham on it, all right? Because you're going to need a lot of these Shiva modules in order to make all your units. You see, you need 20 Shiva modules for your back piece. You're going to need 10 Shiva modules for your arms, as well as another 10 for your legs. So that totals up to 40 of these Shiva modules. So I'm expecting the weapon to come in on the next update on like March 3rd or something. So super duper exciting stuff. We definitely have a lot of gear and a lot of content to work towards now, as we are very quickly catching up to the JP server. I think we're like 1 patch or maybe 2 patches away from what JP has right now. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there really, really quick. Another reason why you want to run this urgent quest as many times as possible is because right here, there is a title reward which will give you 20 augment transfer passes. That is huge, okay? 20 augment transfer passes is very, very important for a lot of people, because don't forget, if you want to get Guardian Soul on all 3 of your units, you're going to need 420 augment transfer passes in order to get them all to 8 slots with Guardian Soul and all that blah, 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 you know, all your end game super OP stuff. But if you don't care about Guardian Soul, you're still going to need a couple of augment transfer passes, especially if you're going for 8 slots and you're going to be using those capsules to add in like Astral Soul, Mana Reverie, and all that stuff. You're still going to need a bunch of augment transfer passes. So it's in your best interest to run this as many times as possible, okay? And to sweeten the deal, there are so many S-grade augment capsules over here, which you can also get from this urgent quest. So you've got S1, which is Augmented Will. This is actually really, really strong. Based on the number of augments you have, it adds 4% more damage for you. which is pretty good because your weapon probably has 8 slots anyway, or 8 augments, so you're definitely going to get the 4% really easily. You've got S2 Precision Will 2, which can increase your critical damage by 4%. I need this because you know, I do crits, 100% crit chance, so more crit damage is great for me. We've got Loosen Adversaries, Steadfast Will, we've got Escalating Pursuit again, Augment Bloom again, and over here we've got a whole bunch of other S abilities. We've got S8 Skydance Support. This is going to be worth a ton of money because these are capsules that drop, so I hope that these capsules are going to be sellable. Still Grace is also really good. My brother picked this up. I wish I picked it up. Unfortunately, I didn't, but it's so dumb. Like, my brother literally stands still and he never runs out of PP. He can spam his PA or his technique over and over and over, and he never runs out of PP because of how quick he restores PP for standing still. It's really stupid, but very powerful, and I definitely want that because I want to be OP too, you know? Then next up we have 2 AC scratch tickets. Yes, we have 2 coming out at the same time. The first one is the support items pack. So basically, if you've ever wanted Grand Might, Grand Precision, all of that jazz, as well as the augment insurances, 8 slots, 7 slots, as well as all this jazz over here, it's yeah, it's great. You can also get augment transfer passes over here if you scratch 20 times, 50 times, and 75 times. This is a lot of money, but you can get some really important stuff over here, such as Mark Succession, Divine Succession, as well as Exceed Succession. These things can really boost your weapon's damage to like absurd amounts. Okay, maybe not absurd, but they can definitely help you min-max your weapon. But these aren't mandatory unless you truly care about min-maxing. So for the free-to-play players out there, which you know, want to be very strong, you don't have to get all of these augment successions. However, these are sellable, these are tradable. So there might be people who are doing these scratchies just to make money. So, you know, they're just selling all the items onto the market because they care more about fashion. So for those people, you know, we thank you very much. Now moving on to the second scratch, which is more about fashion. So over here we have the Cosmo Fleet Heroes, and of course we've got a nice little video to watch. So we're gonna watch that together first. So here we go. We've got the Yamato Chief Tactical Officer. I don't know, is that supposed to be unit or UIF? I'm not sure. I don't watch this anime, so I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, I guess it's UIF. Then sorry, uni. Oh, uniform. Wait, but the last one was F as well, but that was a male character. Yeah, I don't understand. But yeah, cool stuff. I guess it's just short for uniform. XD Lamau. I can English, I swear. But I really like the bodysuits. I mean, the female bodysuits, you know? Yeah, it's very attractive. I like it quite a lot. The navigation officer, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of these uniforms, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm more of a fantasy type of player, you know? I like power fantasy, isekai, stuff like that. But, you know, these bodysuits, I can dig it. I can dig bodysuits. Damn, look at her skirt. That's so short. You can basically see her underwear. Dang. Oh, is this the fighter squadron uniform? Yep. Definitely looks like a fighter type of colonel or major sort of thing. Ooh, I like this one a lot better. This one has a lot more lot, if you know what I mean. Yep, this one's much better. I like it. Oh, look at this. Are those little sparkly things? They're moving. Oh, this is dope. Okay, maybe not the hat. I'm not a big fan of that squid head, but it looks pretty dope. The Mervis set? Is she she's a sea monster creature? Mech? We got all the different hairstyles. Ooh, look at that gun! Cosmo gun. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Ooh, Star Blazers poster. Nice. Holy crap. That's a great scenery pass. Wow, you can get the freaking Yamato in your room. Cosmo 0 jet plane. Okay, we've got all these different poses. Pretty cool. Gordon Partisan. What's a katana pose? No, rodeo. So you can get a rodeo in your room right now. I think we got that for free, but now you can ride around in the lobby with the rodeo. I like the male one much more. The male one, like when it moves around, it's pretty troll. Amelia pose. Oh, dance 58. Look at the male one. Oh. Oh, I was half expecting him to start moonwalking. Dude, dance 50. Wow. Oh, those dances were dope. Nice. We've got assault rifle as well as launchers. Alright, so that concludes what's new in this patch, as well as the new AC scratches, as well as the new Klauz units, which are very, very cool. Now, of course, we do have all the campaigns, but TLDR is login every single day. I'll cover that in tomorrow's video. So just don't miss out on today's login. So right after maintenance finishes, make sure that you do log in immediately or as soon as you can, so you don't miss one day of those login rewards, because you get a lot of free goodies. But I'll cover all of that in detail in tomorrow's video, as well as all the other campaigns and all that jazz, okay? But yeah, we have a lot of new stuff coming in. Unfortunately, we still cannot make our Guardian Soul yet because we can't make Absolute Glare. We're still missing one Glare, which will come out in the next update, hopefully, the next maintenance in March, because in that update, we should get the last urgent quest that we need in order to make Absolute Glare, which in turn will let us make Guardian Soul, which in turn will basically give us access to everything that JP has. And our gear progression will come to an end, which basically means everyone's going to hit the same power level eventually over time. Again, I just want to remind everyone not to stress out and not to go super duper crazy and like lose sleep and go full no life in order to get like your augments and all that stuff. Like, you know, don't go too overboard. Obviously, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, you know, go for it. 100%, you've got my support. But if you are a casual player, don't panic, you know, play at your own pace, have fun, all right? It's very, very important to have fun. A couple of my good friends have burned themselves out of PSO2 because they just farmed too much. You know, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Crack 5, Veteran Resolve 5, I'm gonna have all my fodders ready for Guardian Soul. And so they were playing like, you know, 5 to 6 hours a day, and they're just farming the same thing over and over and over. And then they burn themselves out. So yeah, take your time, pace yourself. You know, farming is important if you want to plan ahead. Yes, of course. Farming is important if you want to save Meseta, of course. But farming too much or grinding too much can actually hurt you in the long run, okay? So play in moderation. But anyway, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the res.